How you doing there, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TabsFolders show. Thank you for joining us today. I know it's been a few weeks, but without further ado, let's jump right on in. Praveen, Camille, how you guys doing?
Doing well,
Very
Bruce.
good, very good. Bruce, go ahead, Praveen.
Oh, I'm just saying I'm doing well. Yeah.
Everyone's looking sharp, snazzy. Everyone's looking good, looking good.
Thank you, Bruce.
All right.
Thank you. Likewise, Bruce. Like the new haircut.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, it was time. It was time. That being said, guys, we have an exciting next few weeks coming up for you today. But starting today, but we do want to cover with you what the latest releases. And on that being said, we do have some news pertaining to 2.0, which we know a lot of you guys are going to be talking or asking about. So let's go ahead and jump right on in onto the 1.9 tab folders update releases. Camille, I'll let you go ahead and take it away.
Sure. One thing, Praveen, I think there's some issue with Facebook streaming. If maybe you guys and Bruce could take a look at it while I'll start the demo here with 1.9. So in 1.9, we were working on two main features. It was replacing the main tree update. The tree view. This is this area where we display all the folders, etc. And that one we've hit a bit of a snag with kind of some of the libraries we were working with. We are just about we resolved 90% of it, so it'll take us about another week to have that new tree view ready. So looking forward to the release next week. But what we have managed to get into this release is advanced search. And users were asking that when we added notes and tags, search now became a little bit more let's say that you wanted, people were asking for a more advanced search because what we previously had is the search box, search bar here, and here you could just type, for example, test if you're looking for test, and TabsFolders would find all the bookmark titles and folder titles with the word test within them. But since we started adding notes and tags and labels, users were asking, well, if I just want to search for the note test, I don't want all the results from folders, etc., and bookmarks. I just want the results from notes. So, so we decided to add this in advanced search. And here's the new advanced search. To get to it, you click on this little blue box here. It works in both windows. If you have two windows, and if you just have one, basically it's this blue box. We click on the button or button, not box, and now you can search first of all in the folder that you have selected in TabsFolders, or you can click all folders. All four folders basically searches bookmarks, inbox, mobile bookmarks, trash, etc. Then you also have on your left-hand side the drop-down of where you want to search. So if you select everywhere, this is the same as the old search, that it will search in notes, folders, bookmarks, URL titles, and labels. So if we select everywhere, and then we have next conditions. So you want you can select whether you want your search to equal exactly, much exactly, or contain, for example, or does not equal. So let's say we say equals test, and we search. So we get one result here. It's the folder export, and as you see on the right, it has the tag test, and that's why it was found. But it's just one result. Now, if we go back to the search and say we want to search for anything that contains the word test, we get a lot more results because here, I guess in in the URL, the word test should appear. Let's see if we can change URL or view the URL. There we go, testing description. So here's one that, as you see, first of all, it's not only test, it's the word testing, T-E-S-I-N-G. So it contains the word test, but it's not only the word test. So here, same with A/B testing, etc., etc. So this is the URL name, but same if we were to, for example, select this folder and add a tag, hashtag test7, and pick a color, enter. So previously we just had the results here, but the shared public is not marked in red because it doesn't have the word test as a result. Now we've added the tag, we do the search again, contains everywhere, contains test, and actually let me just go back and select the folder bookmarks again, and clear the results. Test, bookmarks everywhere, contains test. Let's do that again. And boom, now you see shared public is in red, even though there's no word test in the folder, but we added the tag test7 and the search results have found it. So further, you can have a lot of logical operators. Then you can also search more specifically. If you only want to return folders, because previously TabsFolders, I guess, you also had a lot of search results. So right now, if you want only the folder name contains test, let's see if we actually have anything like that. Yeah, there we go. So the folder name automated testing. So the bookmark results don't appear anymore. It's only folders. And so on and so on. You can also search by, for example, if an item is a specific thing. So for example, if an item is starred, you would select starred items equals true or false. So there's a lot of options now in the advanced search. Advanced search is going to be even more built out, that in TabsFolders either 1.9.2 or 2.0. We're going to add a little plus button here that you can make more complicated queries. So you can find, for example, where results where a bookmark title equals test, and it has a tag or label that equals marketing. So it'll be built out a lot. You'll be able to build out even more complicated queries to really limit what you're looking for. But right now we're kind of releasing it at a phased approach because it is, let's say it's there's a lot of complicated backend work that we had to implement for this feature, and it is still in beta. When you click on advanced search, when you first upgrade to 1.9.1, you will get a little box on the right here saying that advanced search is in beta, and some things may not work. We've tested it as much as we can, internally, but obviously it's a very new feature with a lot of possibilities for the different search types. So we're looking for our user base to help us out with this one, that if you find something that our testing missed, please report it to us as soon as possible, and we will work on fixing the kind of edge cases that we may have not come up with ideas for testing in our testing suite. So that's kind of advanced search. I think it'll help a lot of users search more specifically for what find what they're looking for in various nodes, tags, and more specifically that if you're looking for URLs, for example, YouTube, in the next release 1.9.1 or 2, you'll be able to search for the URL YouTube, and then like a title, whatever, also marketing. So TabsFolders will find all YouTube videos with the title marketing in them. So it'll be very, very extensive, and you'll be able to get at your data a lot faster. As well, in the new tree view, the search results will be different. They will be more compact. Right now, when you get search results, you get a listing of the directories. So, for example, as you see here, we have automated testing, and TabsFolders shows you the whole tree as it is, and it's expanded to this end directory. If you have like a couple of results, 3, 4, 5 results, that's not a big deal. But if you start getting 10, 15 results, or if you have a really long tree that you have 10 directories here, it starts being not very user-friendly, that there's like too much data that's not what you're really focused on finding. We're changing the way search will look, and this is because it will be possible with the new tree view that we're building, that the search results in this view would, for example, be only 2 lines, and you'd have in one column the title here, automated testing on devices, and to the left of it you'll have another column which will have the path of this result, which would be bookmarks, export, shared public, limited. Same for this result. It would be another row with the whole tree in a column. So you'll be able to sort by that column as well. Say you're looking for YouTube marketing videos in a specific project. So you would type YouTube marketing, and you could either type the project name, that would be one way, or you could just type YouTube marketing, and you'd get a result list that's may have like 50 or 100 results, and you could sort by the path to then select and focus on the project folder that you really are looking to get the videos from. Project 1, project 2, whatever. So that's an overview of the new release. It'll be in the store, as in submitted to the web store after this call, and should be available in your browser within 48 hours on Google Chrome, and 7 business days on Microsoft Edge. Roughly, it's 7 plus minus 1 or 2.
You're saying
so that's 1.9.1.
The tree, you're thinking the tree will come out in a week or 2?
Yes, we're very close. Okay, it's an estimate because a safe bet would be roughly 2 weeks. I'm guessing around a week. We're quite positive it's very close now, but some things could come up like they did previously. Why it's delayed? We hit a roadblock, and unfortunately we had to switch kind of technology, like this new tree that we were testing out, that in the beginning it looked amazing, it was doing all the features, but then we hit a roadblock where we just couldn't continue with that solution and had to switch to another and basically rewrite a lot of the code, unfortunately. But it is, sometimes you do in development hit roadblocks like this that are insurmountable, because we were using a tool, a library that was kind of private, and the team that's developing it, they didn't have the resources to implement the change we needed in a reasonable amount of time, and so we just had to select a different option.
We do have a lot of questions, Camille, that I do have to go through. I'm just trying to cover. Everyone's really active saying hello, and I'm trying to say hi to everybody. Guys, and this is to everyone out there who's leaving comments. You'll see right where it says, like, you see here where it says Facebook user, right? we don't know who you are. And the reason why that's important is because at the end of every show, we actually do a giveaway. And you simply enter the giveaway by just leaving us comments. But you see this ticker tape right here. This ticker tape shows you that in order for us to see who you are, you have to give StreamYard permission. That way, instead of saying, hi, Facebook user, your comment will actually be registered for the giveaway at the end of today's show. But we can't give a giveaway, a winning entry to a Facebook user. We don't know who you are. So please give StreamYard permission. Follow that link right here that you see right there, streamyard.com/Facebook. So that way we know who you are when you leave a comment. And that way, if one of your comments gets picked up, you are automatically given a license that you'll contact the TabsFolders page or Camille, and we'll give it to you right after the live stream show is done today. Just don't forget to give StreamYard permission. Otherwise, all of your comments won't be eligible. They won't be registered. Thank you. Like this one. I love it because Camille always keeps updating new features and improving continuously. And we've discussed that before. And I'm going to add on to that. And Praveen, feel free to jump in. It's the fact that he also takes the time to, explore each one in depth. And then, he's updating the change log so everyone can see how active the team is, which gives you trust and confidence in the product, which means you could then invest further. Plus, then he takes the time to come onto the live stream. Previously we had it every week. Now it seems like every other week, where he would go in and explain in depth. And so you would actually see the differences in the visual cues, the UIs, the updates of features. We even talk about bugs in the past or bug fixes. The fact that Camille takes his time out of his busy schedule with him and his team to actually show us the updates is something that I appreciate as both a fan and as a user. I'm pretty sure a lot of you too. That also gives us more trust and confidence in Camille as well. So, Camille, props to you, sir.
Thank you, Bruce. Thank you. And as per the live stream, I think we had one 3 weeks ago on here, and I think I did a live stream as well back then with Albert Tan for their LTD giveaway. But there was a bit of a break because we were looking to actually do the live stream, with something to present. So the features, the new table view, and advanced search. And as I was mentioning previously, we were delayed with the table view. That's why we didn't have the live stream, because there was nothing to present until we had this feature built. So advanced search / the new table. And technically, advanced search was already planned to be implemented in the new table view. But I guess we took a step back because of the time frame that it was taking, 3 weeks instead of the 2-week release schedule that we have. That we decided to implement it on the old tree view, and then improve it for the new tree view, so that we have updates and releases, because development is still happening in the background. It's and we want to show that it is happening and the new features are coming out. It's just like I mentioned, this one roadblock. That's why we skipped about a week or two of live streams. But glad to be back, and looking forward to the tree view coming out very soon. Like I said, right now we tested the new library that we're working with, and all the main features, the roadblocks that were present in the old one, we first tested in this new one, and it looks like they're all there. So we're just slowly rewriting, like I said, the code slowly, as fast as we can, rather. But it should be done in like a week or two, and then it's on to TabsFolders 2.0. The replacement of the tree view was the main issue, the largest kind of development unknown road, and as you see, we did come up against some roadblocks. Now that we have resolved them, 2.0 with team functionality should be 4 to 6 weeks max, coming out soon. So September of this year, end of September, is the target ETA for the worst case scenario. So looking forward to
Tabs, folders, teams. I'm
Yes,
looking
teams.
forward to that. Guys, something we've also alluded to in the past, and not just alluded, straight up told you, the moment that 2.0 comes out, we're going to be also raising the prices again. So keep that in mind. Pick up your licenses now, especially for the team function that's coming out. Let's say you're doing research and you need to be able to share a folder that's going to be constantly updated with links of research, right? And first week it has maybe 12 links, and then the third link it has 50 links. The point being is that you don't have to share all those links pertaining to, let's say, a research or a project back and forth. It'll automatically update when you guys are registered and you have the extensions installed on your computer. Speaking of extensions that are installed, I want to mention this real quick. Soma Shekhar, thank you for the Edge extension. Not many work on Edge specifically. I totally agree with you. I was a big proponent of that. I was, talking with Camille and Praveen about how Microsoft's Edge has been really aggressive in terms of taking a lot of share, like a lot of market share, since it's built off the same, open source Chromium. For the most part, the extensions are very similar, but you are correct. Like, not a lot of them work, even though they're advertised to work, or they do. We'll give those developers their props. But that's something that I wanted to push. That's something that I wanted to push to make sure that TabsFolders was working on the new Microsoft Edge Chromium browser too.
Yes, and as I mentioned earlier before, with Microsoft, it's a little bit more difficult, that we have longer release cycles that take like 7 to 10 days, 7 business days minimum to actually approve the extension. So that's a little bit more work, and sometimes if it doesn't clear, it's a longer cycle. But we hope that all the features basically are there. They're released into the Edge store. And one issue we're trying to resolve with Microsoft is ratings, that users have given us kind of positive ratings on the web store, and they're on the Microsoft Edge web store, and they're not appearing for some reason. So we're working with Microsoft to fix this. So hopefully everything will be as smooth on Microsoft Edge and the Edge store soon, just like it is on the Chrome web store.
Valentine, thank you very much for registering. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of shotgunning. We have a lot of questions to go through, so I'll present the questions, and Camille will go through them as fast as he can. Okay, Noor asks, hello, will we be able to import our URLs from Chrome? Good question.
Yes, you can. Let me maybe share my screen and show you how to do this. So basically, to import your bookmarks, when you install TabsFolders and log in, you just go into this menu and click Import Bookmarks. And here it's Edge, but if you're on Chrome, it'll say Chrome, and you click this button, and basically TabsFolders will import your Chrome bookmarks into TabsFolders, and then you can add notes, tags, etc. to them, share them. And in the future, past 2.0, we're looking to perhaps add bidirectional synchronization with Chrome. But unfortunately, you can't synchronize everything. So notes and tags and labels, you won't be able to synchronize to Chrome. You'll just be able to synchronize the bookmark and perhaps folder. So we'll see how that will work. But with TabsFolders, you can definitely keep your main collection there. And if you really want to access them on some mobile device or something that you use the Chrome built-in sync, then that's maybe where it could come in handy. But importing into TabsFolders is definitely there, working for a couple of years now. And if you are using some kind of other browser, like perhaps you have your bookmarks on Safari or on Firefox, you can export them to a file from that browser, import them into Chrome, and then click this button in TabsFolders to import them into TabsFolders. And when I say exporting to a file, so you export to a file from Safari, then in Chrome you click on bookmarks and select import bookmarks into Chrome and then into TabsFolders. Unfortunately, it's a two-step process, but there are a lot of each browser has its own format for importing or for bookmarks when they export the bookmarks. And so at this point, we made a decision that since the browsers like Chrome, etc., already have this functionality, and it's just a two-step process, we won't be spending development resources on that, because I think they're much better spent on adding advanced search or team functionality for features that you can just use a two-step process, and you don't do that all the time. You just do it once to import sync. And that's the question from again there for auto bookmark sync bookmarks bar. So
that's why I brought it up. Yeah.
Yes. So we plan on it, but it's a bit of a lower priority because, like I said, there's other functions which users are asking about that Chrome doesn't have, and I think they bring more value to our users. Like some users were asking about auto saving websites as images or PDFs because they want kind of to track history, like when a site changes, to have an image of the old site, so you can go on the site now and you went on it 2 weeks ago and things are different, and you'll be able to compare them because TabsFolders will have saved that for you. So that's on the future roadmap. And so like features like this, you can't get those in Chrome, and that's why we think those are more important and will bring more value to our users. But like I said, bookmarks sync one way. I think it is on the roadmap, so we'll just if you go on to roadmap.tabsfolders.com, you can add your vote for this feature, and we definitely take a look at how many votes each feature has, so that to prioritize internally what our users really want in TabsFolders.
Yeah, guys, you can see the URL here. Both work. Go ahead and just vote on what you think is like the next most important feature, and that gives Camille and the team more of a hierarchy of priority, what you deem is important, right? And that's something that founders and developers are always constantly looking for. That feedback is like, yes, we understand that we have 50 things that you'd like, but which ones are the most important next, right? So that gives them an indication as where they should put their resources for development. So we would appreciate, go ahead and head to the roadmap page and submit your suggestion if your suggestion doesn't already exist, and then click on the upvote for what you'd like to see built next. Joginder, thank you very much for your comment also. Nor, you too. And guys, if we do answer your questions, please give us a heart or a thumbs up for today's stream if we answer your question. Thank you very much for participating today, guys. Valentine, again, thank you for jumping in. Chenna, in the extension where there's the View Bookmarks button, currently clicking it opens it to a new tab. Maybe could we click on it to show search and list of bookmarks? Do you think this might be possible? So that way I don't need to go to a new tab to search. Searching from the extension only with a keyboard shortcut. That actually is a great idea. I like that.
Well, it's you can search with you can add two things. I guess there's two questions here. If I can break it down, there's being able if I may, I'll share my screen again. So I think Jana is saying when you click here, basically this is the new menu that we added. That it's a new save as, so that you don't have to leave the page that you're on to actually save your bookmarks. And I think so. If we go to something like google.com, there we go, and we want to save this. So first of all, the new feature is that it automatically, when you click TabsFolders, this is in the options, it'll save to inbox. So you can just click on this button once if you're on a website, and it's saved to your inbox, and you don't have to jump away to any new window, etc. It's saved for later, so you can keep on working if you're really focused on something and want to just keep a note of this tab. Now Tina says, I think that if you want to search for other bookmarks, you have to click View Bookmarks and go to the search here. So in this window, I mean, we could add this, like we already have it here when you're saving bookmarks. So if you type test, there you go. The search finds anything with the word test. So this would be notes, tags, and URLs, etc. But I guess it would be a question here to add another option to this menu to open a bookmark here. So that's something we can consider. I guess the point with the second part of the question was with a hotkey. Well, with a hotkey, you can already open TabsFolders with a hotkey, and you do that by going into options, keyboard shortcuts, and basically here, if you type, well, you have three things. You can activate the extension and organize bookmarks and tabs. So organize is really opening that TabsFolders window, and you can also store current tab, etc., and toggle dark mode with keyboard shortcuts. But what this does is, so we're on this page Google, and right now I want to search for a bookmark that I want to open. So there's the traditional way of clicking on TabsFolders and then clicking View Bookmarks, and then going here and typing, like I said, test to open the bookmark, double clicking it, and you've got the bookmark that you were looking for open. Another option is, like I said, with the hotkey. So we're on this page. All I do is press the hotkey. Right away, I'm in TabsFolders, and I can search for test. So I think it's the same functionality that you're looking for. It's just instead of clicking here and searching in this window, all you have to do is enable a hotkey to take you to TabsFolders. So I would say if you could suggest that again as an idea, we'll put it on the roadmap. But at this point, I think we see that with a hotkey you can achieve the same goal as what you're looking to have in that little menu in the drop-down. The other limiting factor for the drop-down menu, actually let me add my browser quickly back again. Here, when you click this menu, this square is actually dictated by the browser. So the size, which is why we have a scroll bar here, the length is limited by the browser. And so we can't change that. So therefore, we'd have to, try and fit things into this view and change it around. So it's doable, of course, but I think it's right now. I'm not sure it would provide as much value as us working on other features. So, but like I mentioned, add it to the roadmap, and we'll see if users are really go nuts for that feature. Then we can reprioritize things.
Well, there is one thing that could work with the existing. There is one feature that Chenna asked that could work with the existing layout, is using a hotkey that instead of opening a tab, it opens the extension directly to the search query field.
That we can definitely implement easily.
Chenna, I love that idea, right? That doesn't require a lot of work or reproduction UI. That is an instant shortcut to get access to the search, and we don't have to create a new tab. But there's some people who might want a new tab, right? So it makes sense to maybe have two different shortcut keys. One to open the extension to do a search, and one to open up a new tab to do a search. I love that idea.
Yeah.
So I think
the extension.
I was going to say the extension itself, I think it would be better if the saving bookmark and the searching for existing bookmarks were two separate, I guess, mini tabs within that extension, if that might be possible. So they're not to be confused with each other.
Well, I think, again, you can bring up a pop-up with maybe a search bar to search.
Yes,
I mean, it would have to be a whole new interface that we'd have to program. I mean, the hotkey, what we can do is that the hotkey would, let me share my screen again, that the hotkey brings you basically to this TabsFolders tab and opens the search right away here. It puts your keyboard in the or your cursor into the search box. But I mean,
So,
we can't.
Emil,
Mhm.
so I think the reason Chen is suggesting this is because sometimes it's convenient to search from the page that you're on, rather than going somewhere else completely differently and then doing your search.
Yes, but so what I'm saying is that's a whole new UI we have to build.
Okay, got it.
So that's, I'm for a feature that's already there, you can search going to another page, and like I said, I guess building out another UI is a lot of work that some things like Teams, etc. I mean, we have to prioritize. So it's an idea
Okay.
that in the future we could definitely add it, that it's a quick search bar and you get a list of bookmarks. But again, if you suggest it into on the roadmap, then we will prioritize it with all the other features.
Now, would it be difficult to implement like another section within the current extension?
Well, what do you mean by extension? The window that opens with TabsFolders, that's the extension, or the little extension pop-up that
Yes.
opens
So
when you click on the button?
when you click on the button, there's that rectangular window that opens. So I guess I'm just
Yes.
saying, like, how difficult would it be to have separate that into two like little mini tabs, and then one tab would be the saving, and the other tab would be searching your bookmarks.
Yes, so we could do that. Like I said, that window is very limited in size, so that the
I see.
results basically you have very little space. But
Okay,
we could again we could work on that feature. It's another way to do something that you already can do by jumping to the TabsFolders
Sure.
window. So
Sure.
it's a question of whether that's a priority for users versus like saving
Right.
PDFs of tabs, etc. So we'll have to
And
prioritize
I
that.
do understand, like we were saying, the limited space will make it will make the search difficult because you're not able to view the full information in the search results.
Yeah.
So Chinna, that's one of the
Exactly.
reasons why it might not be a good idea to add the search functionality into that rectangular pop-up window.
Yeah, I mean, you can make it wider, so that's something we can work on. And I mean, it is possible there are, let's say, other extensions work this way, right? That everything is in this little height panel or little box that you're allowed to open with the pop-up. But again, it's very cramped, so. So I think, like I said, for the future, we'll put that further down on the roadmap, because other features I think are at this point are more important for the product to develop, for teams, etc. So although it's a great idea, Chandra, and I know because like I mentioned, other extensions do work this way. So we'll leave it as a note for the future.
I did want to mention this one. So someone referenced the Edge search bar, and I got to be honest with you, I'm familiar with it, and I really like that. I've seen that used before, and for those who weren't familiar with it, let me pop up the screen real quick.
I'm not familiar with
Yes.
it.
Which makes total sense. It's this section on the right where you can use that as a means of displaying vertical information, right? If you run out of space on your Chrome extension. This wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing. Obviously, it would require some significant development, but having that type of search bar to provide you with query results definitely makes sense. Please go ahead and put that on the roadmap as a suggestion. Maybe include a screenshot to give other people the concept to say, hey, vote on this. I do like that idea, and it should also open up with Chenna's suggestion of a hotkey. That way you click on the hotkey and then you do your search. That way you don't have to click to unbury that side search bar. So
I do like that idea, but I want to say maybe that could be an issue with that feature being maybe specific to Edge, and it might not be easily implementable across all the Chromium browsers.
We'll have to see if we have access, because this bar on the right of Edge, I'm not sure that extensions have access to that area. So we'll take a look. It may have to be still a pop-up. So it'll pop up above your current web page that you're on, not a different tab. So that may be doable, but it'll still be a pop-up. Like, I don't think you can open within the current window, just like the Edge search bar there. I don't think you have access to that as per from an extension. But we'll definitely take a look at the options. Yeah.
Camille, is it possible to have the view all your browsers screen just come up as like an overlay above the page that you're looking at, rather than not taking you to a different screen?
I believe so, but I'll have to verify that with the development.
Because I think that could really solve this issue, because it'll just over, like when somebody presses the hotkey,
Overlay, yeah.
It'll just come up as an overlay. They can search for whatever they want and then just immediately close it back down. That way, TabsFolders isn't like a separate tab.
Yes. So we'll definitely
it could be,
investigate
but I'm just
that.
saying,
Yeah. Well, we'll investigate that. Whether it's doable to open it not in a tab, but like in a pop-up. And then again, all the functionality of TabsFolders is there, just in the same tab, or always available to you, instead of kind of switching between tabs.
Exactly. Yeah, I think that's the friction point right here.
Yes. So that's
also,
great to point that out. Thanks, Praveen.
For Mr. John Doe or Mrs. John Doe, Jane Doe, I thought initially I didn't need TabsFolders, but after I started using it, I am really happy and found it extremely useful. Great product, guys. Thank you very much. You'll see where it says Facebook user that it doesn't look like StreamYard has accepted your permission. I have several people here that are saying Facebook user, super useful to manage tool. Thank you. Is my name visible? No, it is not. So I've read up that part of the reason that the permissions may not, or why your name may not be appearing after you've given permission, is maybe you have like a cookie blocker because you have really restricted privacy level, or certain browsers prevent that. So just keep that in mind. If you use just the standard settings on Edge and the standard settings on Google Chrome, you'll be fine. Just FYI. Yeah. Okay, guys. With that being said, Sujit, same thing. I'll say use the standard Chrome settings, the standard Microsoft Edge settings, and you should be good to go. That's really it. Or just restart your browser after you've given StreamYard permission. Also, on Facebook side, make sure that you haven't blocked permission for StreamYard. That's what will allow us to see your name and your photo to be part of today's giveaway. I gave permission to restream. That's probably why. This is not Restream. This is StreamYard. So thank you anyways. I'm using the Facebook app while giving permission, but it never works. What you could do is you could delete the permission to StreamYard completely and then reapply permission to give Facebook the ability to share your name and your photo with StreamYard. I've had that happen once in 4 or 5 years, where I had to delete the StreamYard app inside Facebook, and that cleared up my issues. So hopefully that helps. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and start with we'll start with the screen share here in just a sec for the giveaway. Perfect. We have a lot of entries today. Let's go ahead and see who's going to win. Poonam Sharma, thank you very much.
Congratulations. Woohoo!
Cute little boy right there. Cute little boy.
Yes. Give me a shout out either to my personal message, or to the face, or to the TabsFolders page, and we'll be sharing that your code with you as soon as you reach out.
Sujit, we can now see you. It should now say your name. Yes, it does. Thank you very much for that. And guys, don't forget, the next time we do live streams, there'll be an extra giveaway every live stream too. So appreciate you guys tuning in. There you go, Sunny. Yeah, cool. We can see you now. Perfect. Excellent. All right.
So thanks, Bruce, for all that info about how to reset permissions, etc. It seems that it's working for users now.
Yeah, I got a few people there. Poonam, wow. Yeah, congrats. Congrats. Next time I should try to see if I can get a little baseball hat and wear it to the side so I can look like your son there too. Cute. Folks, that wraps up for today. We'll be going live again soon, pretty close right before or right when 2.0 lands. So thanks for sticking with us throughout the hour. Vishnu, good seeing you. Have a good one. Valentine, you were great. Thanks for everything. No, you're great. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate
Thank you for joining us.
Sujit, you're welcome for the session. Bush, congrats. Giving congrats to Poonam. Oh, that's your daughter. Oh, she is adorable. She is adorable. I'll just put that out there with the nice chubby cheeks and the little smile. There you go. Guys, that being said, keep social distancing in mind, wash your hands, and we'll see you guys all in a few weeks.
See you guys. Thank you.
See ya.